The president said this weekend that the next president is likely to have 2 new Supreme Court nominees. Can you talk to the thinking behind that?
I got to be mindful here. It was said in a campaign event, and he certainly was answering that in you know, as it relates to the 2024 election. It's going to be super mindful. I'm going to allow you all to do, the work on this and to kind of figure out who he was talking about, what he meant. But look, I'll say this. Next Monday, a week from today, we are going to be sadly commemorating the Dobbs decision. 2 years ago, from a week from today, we saw what the Supreme Court was able to do. They were able to overturn Roe v. Wade, which was the law of the land for almost 50 years, which gave women the ability to make a decision on their own body, gave women the ability to make important, critical, difficult decisions on their health care. That was taken away. And when that was taken away, we saw contraception is now under attack. We see now IVF is now under attack. We saw what Republicans did just last week. And there are freedoms that are now under attack because of what the Supreme Court was able to do by just overturning something that was the law of the land for almost 50 years. And we know that happened because of what the former president did, which was appoint justices who he believed would be part of overturning Roe v. Wade, and they did just that.
Disliking what the current justices do is different than getting
No.
the opportunity to nominate 2
But I think hopefully you're seeing how I'm trying to connect the two, right? It was said back in 2016, right, that we got to be really mindful on how we move forward here. And what happened in the last administration is that the former president was able to appoint 3 justices. And look what happened, the Dobbs decision happened, right? So there is history here, because I can't speak to 2024, I'm speaking to the past and what occurred. And next Monday, we are going to be commemorating a day where the Supreme Court justice overturned a constitutional right that was around for almost 50 years, that has created 21 states now that have banned abortion. We're talking about 27 million women who are of reproductive rights, reproductive health, who now can't make that decision for themselves. You have doctors, if they perform health care for women that relates to reproductive health care, they could get arrested. I mean, that is where we are right now. That's why I'm using the past to try and help answer the question that you're asking of me, but I'm not going to dive into who the president was speaking of. But you see a pattern here is what I'm trying to speak to. Go ahead.